the game. There's been a few games that the shot, well, the Broncos
doesn't want to be looking at that right now, with them surrounded by the players.
What happens to them in 2025? Off we go. Round 19 is underway. It's the Sharks and the Dolphins, a key clash in the race to the finals. And it's Frank Molo, who's been in terrific form for the Dolphins, first to hit it up. So the Dolphins 2-0 against the Sharks. Kulikefu Fenefuiaki not going too far here. Oblix Tafa, the number 14. Told his story the last time we had a Dolphins game. Oblix Tafa, the 14. Basically from Dutch rugby to first grade rugby league, a remarkable journey he's had. A lot of places in between. Kurt Donahue, real underrated hero of theirs for the last few weeks. The kick now, plenty of depth on this. And bringing it back, it's Ronaldo Mulatalo.
Yeah, a couple of nice carries during that set. Pretty conservative there from the Dolphins just to get going as Talakai now coming off the back fence, getting physical early. Cronulla almost up to the 40-metre line already. The outside back's going to work.
This is Jesse Ramian slipping an offload. Brayley running. Now on to Kennedy. Good signs here for Cronulla. Brayley. Oh, look at him run. Always a terrific sign when Brayley is running the ball for the Sharks. Trindle turning it in. Wilton.
He's had a couple of nice moments defensively already. Donahue. Brayley now scheming.
Tremendous set. Can they finish it off? Kennedy and Mulatalo potentially punch back, then put down. So it ends anticlimactically. This was the point of the field. The hammer last year went the length of the field, but of course he's not out there tonight. Someone who is out there on the arena, on the sideline, James Hooper. Hello, Hoops.
Evening, Dan and Mick. Evening, everybody. Very good conditions in Cronulla. Currently 13 degrees, a little bit of dew around, not much wind. A lot going on for the Sharks. This is a vitally important game. They're wearing black armbands because Adam Fanua-Blake's grandfather has passed away this week. Cam McInnes has climbed out of a hospital bed because he's had a cellulitis infection. He wants to play, and Britt Nakora's wife, Sharp, she gave birth to a baby boy. That's their 4th son. So plenty to play for the Sharks. The Dolphins, they've been on fire, Dan.
They sure have, and they've finished a pretty effective set. And up goes Mulatalo, but nowhere to go. Geez, that sounded nasty, Cam McInnes.
Yes. Boy, he's a warrior, isn't he? Just saw on that previous set there, Jeremy Marshall-King starting to look for opportunities out of dummy half already. And a relieving penalty. Tafa just holding on a little too long. That's a couple of carries now from Talakai that's really bent the line. And the outside back to Cronulla doing a little bit of damage. It was an offload on the previous set from Ramian. And a couple of strong carries from Talakai. Good signs from Cronulla early.
Well, they made plenty of metres with their first set, and they've been gifted a few metres here. Oregon Kaufusi in his 3rd season now at Cronulla. He's the #1 offloader, but happy to march it up here and get Cronulla inside Dolphins territory. Sharks 3 wins this year against teams currently in the top 8. With Brayley sending it to Kennedy, then on to Nicola. That's the 30-metre line on a night where we have a full moon. Gee, the weather's been good here too. It was pretty good on Wednesday night. Clear and crisp today as Kaufusi almost up to the 20-metre line on tackle number 4. So Brayley looking to his left where Trindle is, but goes to the right where McInnes to Kennedy. Crafty work there from Will Kennedy, the Cronulla fullback. Well contained though by Farnworth. Last tackle. They didn't do much with it on the last previous occasion, and they don't do much with it here as Azarko climbs above them.
Yeah, nice kick there from the Cronulla Sharks. Mulatalo coming in field, such a strike weapon on that left edge, but a beautiful take from Azarko early, flying up above the pack. It's been quite the battle. Both sides just trading sets early.
Molo.
Good run there, Molo.
He's averaged something like 130 metres over the last 3 games and over 100 metres since joining the Dolphins earlier this year. And a run here from Katoa comes to a quick close. So Sean O'Sullivan back in first grade. First game of the year, he was in the 5/8 role when Cody Nikorima did not play against South Sydney. And for O'Sullivan, just a couple of appearances in the top grade since. He's been in very good form in Queensland Cup, the Dolphins number 6. So they've answered the early questions, the Dolphins.
There he is.
Floodworth's done it. He's ripped it out, and now the Dolphins will get their first chance. First steal of the year from Herbie. Now the Dolphins. What can they do with this deadly attack? Oren Keeley running wide. O'Sullivan, the dummy half. Back in for Molo on tackle 3. The number 2 attack in the premiership is poised here. Well, stutter step as it's turned in. Fenefuiaki closing in on the try line with 2 tackles left. Marshall King. There's a decoy in Tafa. And it comes across to Donahue, but well contained. McInnes and Brayley there. Last, Katoa. And they're all over him, Katoa. And even though he got that arm free, he can't get rid of it. And it's Cronulla who forced the changeover and survived their first serious defensive test.
Yeah, nice defence there from the Cronulla side. They'll be pleased with that. You can see Nico Hines, clearly he's done his homework, jamming in from out in that halves position on the right-hand side, trying to unsettle Katoa, who has been in blistering form.
Changeover and survived their first serious defensive test.
Yeah, nice defence there from the Cronulla side. They'll be pleased with that. You can see Nico Hines, clearly he's done his homework, jamming in from out in that halves position on the right-hand side, trying to unsettle Katoa, who has been in blistering form twice now. The Dolphins number 7 caught in possession. Great tackle, Katoa. Out of marker and into the legs there of Wilton. Big tackle.
Now penalty the second time. Cronulla have been given a reliever, this time for offside.
That's 2 relieving ones. That'll disappoint Christian Wolf. Yardage penalties. It was a great tackle there. And geez, I thought with the dominance of the tackle, they deserved that bit of time there. Tough penalty from Adam G.
And Cronulla take advantage. Terrific to kick into touch. And they're in good position. 33 metres out where Brayley picks it up. Hines for Kaufusi. Gets the pass on. Brayley to McInnes. Now Fanua Blake steaming onto it. 3 needed to stop the big fella. Brayley goes short side. Kennedy for Wilton. Bumped off Katoa, but not Tafa nor Molo. Plenty of tackles for the Cronulla Sharks here. Trundle linking up with his halves partners. High through one and almost to another. Desperate defence from Jeremy Marshall King. Now it comes here to Trindle. And Nikita was pouring through, but they just couldn't connect. Trindle and Nikita. Last. Hides goes for it and scores. Nico Hides does it on his own, and Cronulla finally pay off this terrific start.
Yeah, beautiful work. Nico Hines down a narrow short side. In fact, it was nice work from both the Cronulla halves linking up on back-to-back plays, challenging that left edge of the Dolphins, and then Brayley just out of dummy half. Lovely pass right onto the chest of Hines. Farnworth caught watching in, and on the outside there, Nafahu failed to come in field and make a read on it. That just left Nico Hines the slightest of gap to slide through. And on the Harvey Norman replay, it's Nico Hines that gets the first for Cronulla.
They've got pretty good attack themselves, Cronulla, when they're humming. And a little jig from Hines. And that gets the $5 grand, but it's a little celebration nonetheless. And he's got a kick from the sideline here, brought up the last time they played here. It's basically from this spot where he's kicking, but nice move there.
He's been dangerous early. Blake Brayley's form continues to climb. Lovely service. And Nico Hines looking to challenge the line. You can sense something about Cronulla.
Can't help
real
me.
Physical presence to them. Defended their line. Their outside backs have carried strong.
Can't help me with that one, with that celebration.
It's a fortnight move.
Is it? I tell you what, you are my go-to when it comes to Fortnite. You have set me straight on more than one occasion. Hines now from the sideline. Not a bad-looking kick.
Oh, yes.
It might just be his night. Cronulla 6, Dolphins 0. So
Beautiful strike.
Converting his own try.
Beautiful strike from the touchline. There's the ball from Brayley. And you can see there just no communication between Farnworth and Nafahu there on debut. And the halfback's up and about. He's dancing. He's in a mood, Nico Hines. You can sense that back at home. Back-to-back losses coming here tonight and off a bye. There's a real energy in this Cronulla side. And the Dolphins, well, they're going to need to dial things up a fraction here.
So a bit of a delay here. Now ball on the tee and off we go again. So it's Cronulla bringing it back. Ticked all the boxes so far. Really, the only thing that's gone against them was a steal against them, but they held on in that defensive set. Last time they played was against Melbourne, 30-6 they lost. It's a little unfair, that score, as a reflection of the game, but their form has been middling. Here's Fonua Blake.
Their outside backs are doing such a great job with their power running and fighting in the play the ball. Look at this now. Fonua Blake's got Brayley's away.
Well, he skipped by the would-be markers and made a good 15 metres. Already his second run. High ball now from Trindle. And well contained, but Dolphins start from inside their 20.
Yeah, a couple of yardage penalties from Adam G early towards the Cronulla side. It's just got the Dolphins hesitating a fraction with their contact, jumping off the tackle a little quickly. You can't do that against Cronulla. Their outside back's too strong, too powerful. And then it invites the likes of Kaufusi and Fonua Blake into the game, which injects Brayley.
Averillo, plenty of fullback experience these days at the Bulldogs. Zarko, sharp play the ball. That's going to allow Marshall King to run, and run he does. Some handy meters with one tackle left. That's a deep kick, which Kennedy safely contains. Will Kennedy. Oh, he did get the call there, so a little clip there sees yet another get-out penalty for Cronulla, the third in the first 11 minutes. And the little clip there from Frank Molo.
Was there? What was there? Like, he hits his forearm. He doesn't hit him in the head. That's 3 yardage penalties now from Adam G. And the game just minimal flow at the moment.
This is why you want your games at home, Michael. Get that crowd reacting. And now Cronulla yet again a full set inside Dolphins territory. That was a slow play the ball there, but referee giving the Dolphins a little bit of leeway. Fonua Blake. Boy, he's brought some strong runs early. Guess that's not surprising. Hines linking up with Nikita, exploring and chopped down by Molo. Quick play the ball. Brayley again into the offside. Molo deemed to have not played a part. Now out to Talakai. Talakai up to the 10-metre line and beyond. Cronulla looking good here, looking sharp. Talakai, somebody stop him. And finally called held. Now Brayley backing back for Hines. Hines stepping straight. Last tackle. Brayley has got Trindle on the left. Trindle, extravagant. Now the short pass for Wilton. Still alive here for Cronulla. Hines steadies. Long pass, Mulatalo. The kick deep. And a 7-tackle set. And as good as Cronulla have been, the Dolphins probably pleased right now only to be down the 6-0.
Yeah, gee, they needed that, the Dolphins. They really needed to repel Cronulla. Lucky to not give up a set restart, I thought, during that. Brayley out of dummy half, and it was Molo in the way. And in the end, they survived, and now Keeley finds a pass to Nafahu.
Yeah, man on debut, and now the first penalty for the Dolphins here. And they'll get their second chance to attack. So it's been all Cronulla. And now the Dolphins can load up. Tavita Nofahu making his first grade debut. 8 games or 8 tries in 9 games this year for the Capras in the Queensland Cup. Good meter gainer from the back as well.
All right, so they've had a full set down on Cronulla's line, and Cronulla clearly disrupting their attack defensively. It'll be interesting to see how Katoa adjusts himself here. There's his pass now out to Oblix. Tarfa.
There he is, the man on debut. Now it's going the other way. Beautiful hands. That was slick work. Max Fionney. And that sent Azarko down the sideline. Fanua Blake out near the sideline. Now it's back in field. Katoa with his subtlety. Onto O'Sullivan, shoveling it along. Oh, what a spin move. That's video game stuff from Farnworth, and he makes it to the 10. Well contained. Fanua Blake, he's come from the sideline to the middle. Now it's back here as Donahue. It's entangled there with Fenefuiaki. But still 2 tackles left here for the visitors. A crash play, Fenefuiaki. 4 Sharks get in the road. A nice round of applause here for the locals who appreciate that defence. On the final play, all the time in the world for Katoa. Farnworth up there, but he's short. And Ramian's all over him, and that's a changeover.
Yeah, beautiful work there on that first part of the play from Katoa. Recognising in the first couple of minutes that the halves were jamming, trying to unsettle him, so he just went straight across the face of Averillo and found Fionney. Boy, he's a class act, this number 7. His problem solving on the run is first class. Might not have come up with points, but boy, he's looking dangerous already.
Do they have that spin move in Fortnite? That what Herbie did there? That was beautiful.
You just stay. I reckon you stay well in your lane here, Dan.
Oh, thank you. Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't realise I was with a video game expert.
You're certainly not, but that makes 2 of us.
It is a Here it comes now to Mulatalo, getting an offload away. That's lovely. And now Kennedy scampering. Hides down the middle. Play back to Braylon.
Boy, they're killing them at the ruck.
It's a total domination for Fanua Blake. That's a 70-metre odd set. On the last now, Hines kicking it here to the rookie Nafahu. Oh, good catch from the youngster. Snatched at that ball, but he snatched truly.
The power of their outside backs is killing the Dolphins. The footwork, the power, the offload. It's just causing carnage through the middle defence of the Dolphins at the moment.
Dolphins, the last time they played post-Origin, they lost. That was against Newcastle in Perth, 26-20. Just the one representative for this game, that being Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow. But still, so many players missing in general. Makes their run all the more remarkable. That's from inside the 40, but Kennedy all over that. Yeah, so look at the Dolphins. No Nikarima, no Plath, no Saifidi, no Gorfusi, no Gilbert. Of course, Flegler hasn't been there for a long time. Cronulla, pretty strong side. Kale Idor not back until perhaps the finals.
Boy, Kennedy, Mulatalo, Talakai just running right at the moment.
Again, easily into Dolphins territory. Ramian now. Hines was Hines frustrated. He wanted it down that short right. He saw something that his dummy half didn't. Brayley gives it to Trindle on the last. That's got a fair bit of heat on this kick. Mulatalo versus Azarko. Azarko effectively bumped Mulatalo out of the way, but didn't catch it. And that leaves Max Fionney in no man's land.
It's an accidental collision. Play on.
Yeah, he's work off the ball, Brayley. Always there, passes and then change of pace through the middle to get down to the contest. There's Mulatalo in there with with Asako. Fionney trying to get out of the in goal, but met by Brayley. Wilton had come there, so too had Hines. And they swarmed Fionney into the in goal.
She's looking at that angle. Probably a fortunate result there for Azarko and the Dolphins. Katoa gets it the 10. Sharks all over it with Kennedy. They've been peppering the Dolphins line. Nicola towards the middle. Dolphins Not really known in the last few months, really, for yielding so many metres like this. Wilton. Brayley looking. Scooting. And now for Hines. Hines, short ball for Noah Blake. Well contained. Keeley has been impressive in first grade. Taffa helping as well. O'Sullivan the third. Comes out to Trindle. Trindle, the high floater.
Oh, boy.
Well, that one was too good for Mulatalo. It was almost in the lap of the touch judge.
Gee, the work done early. Just completely bamboozled FootyFever. Completely collapsed the line. Great work. And then pass selection. Pass selection from Trindle, and he knows it. Not good enough from the Cronulla 5'8". A chance gone begging there.
And another penalty here for the Dolphins.
One down that end. It's across the face.
So the high shot really just taking the air out of the ground here. So the missed opportunity, and now real hush going over this Sharks Park, or Sharks Stadium is the official title. Shark Park's what we affectionately call it. And that ball booted towards the Peter Bird stand. So 6-0, but it could be a lot wider.
Yeah.
7 games this weekend. 3 tomorrow, 3 Sunday. And then it's really back to normality after this round in terms of the scheduling. Finifuiaki over halfway. Across the midway point of this first half. Donahue, the Katoa, turning it in. Keeley ran behind 3 of his own players there. Looked at the referee the whole time, and with a petrified look on his face, was happy to accept the tackle. Short ball there, didn't fool the Sharks. Taffa did well probably to hang on to that. 30 metres from the line where, Katoa into the line, Cronulla. I say it's a bit like Wednesday night in Queensland's defence, the way the Sharks are rushing up.
It's Nico Hines again, really trying to take time away from the Dolphins' halves. He's jamming hard.
Now Katoa, and this time Wilton all over him. Katoa has to get rid of it. He can't. And that's a changeover. Well, this is intense line speed from the Sharks.
There's been a real energy shift coming out of the bye defensively from the Cronulla side. You can see there, Teague Wilton, he's unheralded in this Cronulla side. He's so important to them. And a nice stop there, Katoa. That's a couple of times now he's been caught with the footy on the last. He'd be disappointed with that.
Out it goes. With Mulatalo linking up with Talakai. He's been awesome. Talakai. I don't think you're going to see Finifuiaki thrown to the ground like that too often over the remainder of his career. 6 more tackles here. First set restart of the night. So Cronulla again go on the charge. Brayley officially has 2 runs already, but it feels like he's engaging the line a lot more. Nikita up to the 20. There's Brayley for Hines. A lot of bodies in motion for Cronulla with Korfusi getting it on. Hines keeps it going to Trindle. Trindle, ooh, he almost got rid of that. That could have been a problem for him, but he held on. Hines did not help that Wilton slipped over there, that Hines looked like he was always going himself. Last tackle. Trindle. Korfusi. Oh, he goes down with the ball, and again a broken down last play. Just lacking that polish at the end of these sets, the Sharks.
Yeah, both sides just lacking that little bit of finishing touch at the moment, aren't they? Down in good field position. Katoa's been caught a couple of times. That time Trindle just looking to run the ball. It was not much doing. I will say Hines has he's looked right up for this in the opening 20-odd minutes.
Will take charge mentality, it seems, from him. Taffa. Farnworth. Wouldn't be surprising if there's a bit of fatigue in these Dolphins. They've done a lot of desperation defending. Driving kick from Katoa, but always seems to be in the right position. Kennedy. Slipped by Keeley. It looked like he copped the one upstairs from Nichols. Cronulla with Katoa. 5th game back from a shoulder injury after it ripped apart the start of his season. Steaming onto this is Ramey.
They are killing them, the outside backs of Cronulla.
6 more tackles there. Marshall King punished. Back it comes for Wilton. Surely they can't just keep hanging on, these Dolphins. McInnes there turning it in. Rudolph. Got a great record with him the last few weeks when he's been on. As now it comes to Trindle. Trindle to Kennedy. Short pass, Talakai. Should have passed. Still almost got there, but Mulatalo was out there on his own.
Over the line,
and it is held up, and they'll walk this back to the 10.
Boy, it's been a great combination, that Talakai and Mulatalo over the years. I don't know how many times we've seen that beautiful little soft catch and pass from Talakai. Just couldn't get it away that time.
Still 3 tackles, though. Fanua Blake. Arms all over that ball, but his 7th run, and they've all had real purpose about them. Comes to Trindle. Nice straight run from Braden Trindle. Metre from the try line. Last year. Short. Oh, crash play. Nikita. He drops it back into traffic. Oh, look at Oren Keeley pumped up. And these Dolphins maybe just starting to believe that they can withstand anything these Sharks throw at them.
Gee, did he need to offload here, Dan? Does he spin out of this tackle and reach out? Oh, he nearly reaches out over the top of his head if he holds on to that. He hit the line with some venom. Nickera. And possession starting to take its toll now on the Dolphins.
There's Keeley. He's been most impressive, Keeley, the last few weeks. The youngster from the Central Coast of New South Wales. Ray Stone. Oh, that's a sharp play, the ball. There's Marshall King onto 2
great plays. Stone and Nichols off the bench.
So good set in the end. O'Sullivan trying to tuck that into the corner. And this one, it does Kennedy in, and that's just what the doctor ordered for the Dolphins. Gives them a little breather and good field position.
Yeah, nice controlled end to set there from Sean O'Sullivan. Great kick, just dribbled it into that left-hand corner over the touchline. And just here momentarily, his forwards can just catch their breath.
Now tomorrow, fascinating early game, Knights in the Storm. Looking at the cut-down teams, Liero, Grant and Utoi Kamanu playing. Grant not in the 17 as of yet, but he was in the cut-down 19. Munster, for obvious reasons, not playing, and Coates was never named. He never plays the week after Origin. So that's Newcastle versus Storm. Knights often get up for that game. Exclusively live on Fox League from 2:30. There's Fanua Blake. Again, hard to handle. They can't get him to ground. McInnes. 26.5 gone, just the 1 try. Wilton leading the chase here off the Trindle kick. And, oh, he wanted a piece of Azarko. Lovely move from Azarko to get away from the Sharks' second rower. Max Fine, former Dragon. His 4th game of first grade now in Dolphins colours. Farnworth. Great try-scoring run coming to an end recently.
Hasn't seen much of the ball yet, Irving Farnworth, and without Tabuai-Fidow, he's going to really need to step up tonight and inject himself.
Oh, Nichols. Oh, he had those arms poised. Rudolph there, perhaps blocking the offload. Up tight. A bit of distance on that kick. Mulatalo, long pass. Kennedy. Past O'Sullivan. Katoa. Who's 7th run. He and Mulatalo, 7 runs apiece. Now it's a Jesse Ramian run.
It's been good Keeley, hasn't he? Been really impressive for the Dolphins.
22 years of age, 17th NRL game. It's pretty comfortable at this level as it comes to Fanua Blake. And the number 17, Braden Hamlin-Welle. Rudolph watching on. Hines kicking. now Nikita going at full pelt. And no panic there from Averillo, the fullback tonight for the Dolphins. Zarko, geez, they could use a penalty here, the Dolphins. And Katoa's tackle almost got a little too high there, but they've got the Dolphins hemmed in the corner. That's 3 gone, still inside their 20. The shuttle, Vianney. He might have moves, but not enough there to get past Talakai. And then we'll have to walk back onto the mark. They're going to need a heck of a kick here, because Stone is playing it inside the 30 on tackle 5. Katoa, effortless really. Oh, not only does he get the distance, but he gets it away from Kennedy. The subtle brilliance. Now, Kennedy through one, through another. Oh, look at Kennedy go. Kennedy's away. And he doesn't link up with Nikita. Now Hyde's pushing forward, inside the 20, onto Trindle. How much more can the Dolphins endure? Brayley, it opens up in front of him, onto Hydes, and he loses it.
Boy, what a stop there from Marshall King. What a set from Cronulla. Their spine members started with Kennedy. Boy, did he attack the line with some speed. Just sliced his way through the left edge of the Dolphins. Here's the kick from Katoa. Just watch Kennedy's turn of pace here. And his aggression to take on the line. He just accelerates towards collision and then just goes bang off the right foot.
Wow, what a move.
Inside Keeley through Nichols. Boy, Bob chance here. You're not stopping Britton Nickera with his speed from there. Nichols is in trouble. Head clash there. But the stop from Marshall King, I think it was. So a couple of chances. Talakai won earlier. And now, yeah, it is. It's Marshall King. Boy, it's a big tackle. Yeah, 2 chances missed now from Cronulla, and the Dolphins just scrambling enough then.
Well, there's a bit of blood there for Mark Nichols, so his first half comes to an end, and if he passes, he'll be available for the start of the second. Look at this beautiful move. And not so beautiful the way Nichols went down there, but that was sharp stuff from Kennedy.
Yeah, Josh Kerr out there. He looked like he had a good time after the Origin.
His mouth certainly did. He's always been a character, Josh Kerr. He's never short of an opinion. Good interview he is, actually. So the Dolphins somehow only down by 6. There's Herbie. Finding O'Sullivan, and now Zarko. Westpac red zone. Only 19 to 10. It really feels like their advantage is a lot bigger than that.
It does, Dan. Here he is.
Josh Kerr. He plays it now for Marshall King on the Stone. Run at the line, and the bounce fortunate. O'Sullivan getting it on. Farnworth drawing his man. Norfahu on debut. Bumping away from Nikita. Getting by Katoa. 10 metres out. This could be a devastating blow for the Sharks, considering their dominance if they can score here. Farnworth. Desperation flick. No panic from Averillo. Katoa almost wrong-footed. Gets it on here to Marshall King. Long pass, Finifuiaki. Oh, left foot kick. Oh dear, that's going to end up on the golf course.
Yeah, kicking licence gone for Finifuiaki. Gee, what a nice raid out to that left-hand side. This was the final play. Marshall King lofted pass over the top there to Finifuiaki.
Wait for the kick.
Just way too much on it. 7 tackles now for the Cronulla side. Nice sweeping movement. Almost had Oren Keeley away on that far side of the field.
Well, has that come out? Oh, it's come out as a knock on. Now, Talakai immediately suggesting that was helped out. 2 in the tackle. And doesn't appear to be. No, there will not be a challenge. Boy, Mick, there is a real feeling, isn't there? The next try scorer is so important in this game. Particularly as we close in on half-time. That was Donahue at the line. The subtlety
Ramey in there. Like, that was He grabbed hold of Oren Keeley.
5 seconds.
Lucky to get away with that.
Lock off. Tight there. Braden, hold in. Braden, hold in.
So 30 metres out. We'll move between Marshall King and Katoa out to Farnworth. Seems like the entire Cronulla backline was out there waiting for Herbie. Here's Keeley to Brayley. Deemed to have been back to 10. Oh, that man Kerr, it shaped like he was going to be the marker. He took a very line ball pass, 4 metres out now, the Dolphins. Comes the... Kerr was meant to be the decoy as Donahue played with 2 tackles left. Katoa. On now to O'Sullivan. Back in for Herbie. And that's tidy defence, particularly from Hines down low. Last tackle here for the Dolphins. Herbie frustrated. Now Katoa, much more deft kick, but Wilton is there off the rebound.
Yeah, just keep moving. As soon as the ball hits the ground, you've got to keep moving till you get back in possession. Great effort play there from Teague Wilton. And Cronulla's defence, it's been brilliant in the opening half.
For the first time, it seems like the Sharks are under a little bit of pressure here. Dolphins loading up. That's another tackle inside the 10. Back it comes to Katoa with the footwork and the head fake, but no match for Finifuiaki. Donahue finishing it off. They're stuck. They're in quicksand here. So a relieving run from Jesse Colquhoun. Now it's their turn, though, to need a big boot. Trindle tries to give this the lot.
Great take.
That is a good take. That was tailing away from Averillo, and he's almost to halfway. James Herbie, you've got an update on Mark Nichols.
Category 2 HIA for Mark Nichols, Dan, so we'll know after half-time whether he can return.
Thank you. So he's Marshall sending it on. O'Sullivan onto the winger, Tavita Nafahu.
Been good, Nafahu. Sharp footwork. Like Kasako on this near side of the field. He's looked good.
Good contact there on Keeley, but he still drove them back to the 30. Comes now to Donahue with Katoa into the line. Then the double pump. There's Averillo linking up with Max Fionney. Cronulla, though, defending stoutly. Last tackle. Katoa getting one that's going to drop a couple of metres out. Oh, Katoa, Sione Katoa makes a mess of it. And it's a knock on.
Well, there's no surprise, Dan, that ever since the injection of Ray Stone's come onto the field, just watch here. Everyone else in the Dolphins is expecting the ball out to that left-hand side, but the moment Katoa kicks, he accelerates for contact. A huge effort play there from Ray Stone. Just getting up in the grill of Katoa. And that was enough for the eyesight just to leave the ball, only fractionally. A big play there from Stone.
So Katoa here, Isaiah Katoa with 3 on the right, 2 on the left, and you've got that man, Averillo, waiting to make his move, but it goes to the right. And Trindle read the play well, but Katoa bumped off him. Needed the work of Wilton. Extra tackle here for the Dolphins. Inside the last 5 of this first half.
Tackle.
Kerr upended by Brayley. And crash play for Stone. 1 metre out the Dolphins. Marshall King. On it goes. Oh, and Farnworth, brilliant hands. Nafahu. And the Sharks slide across with Hines and Nikita. Back it comes for Donahue. Broken down play this, and that's 4 gone. Katoa on the left. On it goes O'Sullivan, and he doesn't fool Nikita. Terrific read that. Last tackle, Herbie. He's got the strength to get there on his own. His problem is he's got 3 Sharks all over him, and that's a changeover.
No, it wasn't the play. There was plenty of Cronulla jerseys around the ruck. It was a messy play of the ball. Farnworth just trying to out-muscle the Cronulla defence on his own. Had to find his halfback.
Jesse, don't ball.
Yeah, the covering defence there. When Nafahu collected the ball to catch and pass off Farnworth, it was great covering in behind from Nico Hines defensively.
So there's the VB hard-earned. No surprise it's mostly Sharks on top. because they've dominated this first half. Fascinating game, only the one try.
Yeah.
So wide open. Kennan has had some very nice moments in this opening half. Colhoun, 20th first grade game. Hines, elegant looking kick. Towards the sideline though, but was never in danger of going out on the fall.
Oh, he looks sharp.
Got some real energy, hasn't he? Tavita Nofahu. Footwork as well. So Dolphins here. Reasonable field position on tackle 2. Katoa the dummy half. Max Fiona.
They're finally getting a bit of work into the Cronulla defensive line. There was a huge block of possession, got up towards 60% in the opening 20-25 minutes to the Cronulla side.